Hello there, my fine Philly female friends. Welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Janine Friesen. I'm from Steinbach, Manitoba, and this is week 8 of the Real Women of Philadelphia. The final week, the last chapter, the last chance to get to Toronto. I'm going to be making a light, healthy dessert using Philadelphia cream cheese today. That's right. It's dessert, but it's healthy, and it uses Philadelphia cream cheese. I bet you've never had a healthy Philadelphia cream cheese dessert before. But this one's healthy because this one uses quinoa. Quinoa is an ancient grain. It's a complete protein. It's a seed that cooks up similar to rice. It has a nice nutty flavor that makes it perfect for desserts. It's great for savory dishes as well. I love eating quinoa, and it's become a regular at our house in the last year. It's also gluten-free. Now, the way you cook quinoa is you cook it in 1 part quinoa to 2 parts liquid. In this case, we're going to be cooking 1 cup of quinoa. Mine is already rinsed. My package says it's rinsed, so I don't have to rinse it. If your package does not say rinsed, it's a good idea to rinse it under running water for a few minutes, just to make sure there's no bitter. If it's not rinsed, then when it cooks up, it can have a bitter flavor to it. I'm going to be cooking mine in apple juice today, so 2 cups of apple juice. And to that, I'm going to add half a teaspoon cinnamon and some fresh ground nutmeg. So I'm going to give this a stir. And I'm going to put it on high heat until it comes to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to low and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Quinoa only takes about 15-20 minutes to cook. It cooks up in less time than rice does. So as you may have noticed, you're seeing a lot of me this week. This is actually recipe number 7 for me this week, for dessert week, round 2 of dessert week. My daughter, who is 8, challenged me to make 2 recipes per day. When I talked to her at the beginning of the week, she said, "Do 2 per day, Mom." And realizing that I would need 14 recipes by next Sunday, I decided to take on the challenge. After all, obviously, I love a challenge. I'm still here after 8 weeks of cooking with more cream cheese than I have used in the last 20 years. I'm still at it. I still want it. I'm still trying. And her challenge is just kind of a fun little side challenge to what I know I can do. The hard part is not going to be coming up with the recipes or cooking. The hard part is going to be finding the time to edit and download the videos this week. But we'll see what we can do. Keep cheering me on. I can use it. Since my quinoa is about halfway done now, I'm going to take and chop up my apple. I'm leaving the skin on to just kind of add to it. A little more rustic. There, now I have it chopped up fairly small. 1 small apple, a Mac apple. Just going to throw it in. I don't want it cooked all the way. I just want it to kind of get a little bit mushy, but not become applesauce. So my quinoa is cooked now for about 20 minutes. There's still a little bit of liquid, but you can tell when quinoa is done when it has like the little white tail. Like the seed has opened a bit, and you can see a little white tail. So I'm going to transfer this into a bowl. And to this, I'm going to add 2 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm using the spreadable variety today. It'll melt in really, really well. I'm going to add that in right away so that it gets nice and melted in with that really hot quinoa. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup and the zest of 1 teeny tiny little lemon. Lemon juice does such really, really good things with fruit. It enhances the flavors a lot. It brings the flavors out. And we want just the yellow stuff. And to this we're also going to add how much? about 2 tablespoons, 2 to 3 tablespoons of chopped pecans. I'm going to save a little bit to drizzle on top. So you will need about a 1/4 cup total. Let's just give this a stir now. Get that cream cheese melted in everywhere. Using fruit juices to cook your quinoa in actually is a great way to use quinoa as either a breakfast dish or a dessert dish. Very often when I'm making a savory dish, I cook it in either chicken stock or vegetable stock. It adds a really nice flavor when you cook your quinoa in a stock or in a juice compared to just water. I am actually just going to put together one for myself because nobody else will be home in time to eat it because I'm putting ice cream on top of it. So I'm going to take a nice good scoop. You can see your chunky apples in there. On top of my quinoa mixture, I'm going to put a nice dollop of vanilla ice cream. I'm going to sprinkle on some chopped pecans that I saved from before. And a little bit of caramel sauce. So there you have it, guys. Creamy quinoa apple crunch. A healthy dessert made with quinoa, made creamy using the Philadelphia cream cheese. I really, really like that. The apples are cooked, but they're still a little crisp. And the nuts add a nice crunch. And the spices, Give it a try. I know you guys are going to like it. It's something different, but something so delicious. I'll see you guys later this week. Bye for now.